Hello everyone, it is Nyrisha the Growth Coach, and today is True Growth Tuesday, and we are continuing the 4-part series of what my mama taught me. It is still October, we are still celebrating her and just acknowledging the greatness that her and God brought onto this earth. So today what we're going to talk about is the 3 keys to any relationship. Now, I've talked about this maybe in like podcasts and stuff like that, but I'm not sure if I ever talked about this on my YouTube. But this is something that my mom has taught me when I was young and dating, and it really stuck with me until this very day. So the first thing, the first key to any relationship, to have any successful relationship, when I say any, I mean personal, whether that's a romantic relationship, whether that's a relationship with family, a relationship with friend, personal relationships in regards to that. So the first one is love. You have to have love in your relationship. If you don't truly love somebody, you're not really gonna put up with their human ways. I'm not gonna say if they do you wrong and all that good stuff, because we're all human. We all have our ways. And let me tell y'all, I know I get on my husband's nerves, and I'm not sure how far we would be if he didn't love me, because I'm a lot to deal with, y'all. But anyways, so making sure that it is genuine, real love in your relationship. And remember, this could be a friendship. If you don't truly love your friend, then how good of a friend are you going to be? Or if you don't, if you truly love, let's say if it's your cousin or your mom or your children, we automatically think that love is an automatic thing. And I would say for relationships like family, yes, it is. But when it comes to friendships and relationships, romantic relationships, then it may not necessarily be so. I know that there's been people that didn't marry for love. I know that there are people that don't necessarily love their quote unquote friends, but they're still in their lives. But then it shows in their actions. So love is one of the first things. And then the next thing is communication. So communication. If you don't communicate in any relationship, how exactly is it going to be a good relationship? If you're not communicating your feelings, if you're not communicating your, everything that's going on with you, even your goals, even your dreams, if you're not communicating, how can this relationship grow and foster? And this is on both ends, you guys. Without one, if one of the parties are not doing this, then the relationship is going to fail, because how long can you possibly be in a relationship that lacks communication? How long do you want to be friends with somebody if you guys lack communication? If you guys can't openly and honestly talk about what it is that you guys need to talk about, whether it's a sensitive subject, whether, it may cause some, frustrations or anything, you have to have communication in any relationship. And that's especially for family too, because in a lot of families, people don't communicate. People don't talk about what goes on with them. Sometimes there's fear. Sometimes there are, a lot of other things that prevent you from communicating when it comes to your family. So communication, especially, it's all especially, but especially in a marriage. If you do not have communication in a marriage, you guys, I am telling y'all, it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard if you cannot effectively, at that, communicate when you are in a marriage. And when I say communicate, I mean communicate in a way that doesn't, that it's not an argument, it's not degrading, it's not tearing the other person down, it's not making the other person, feel bad intentionally. Because I'm not saying that, your communication, if you communicate something and that other person is uncomfortable for them, then it can be uncomfortable. But it all comes down to actually communicating. And so the last thing is trust. So we already talked about love. We already talked about communication. And the next thing is trust. Can you truly have a genuine growth relationship without trust? No. You can't. I'm not even gonna say y'all answer that for yourselves. I'm gonna answer it for you. No, you can't. If you do not trust the person you are in a relationship with, and right now I'm specifically talking about a marriage or, you know, a partnership in that type of way, you can't. You just can't. Without the trust, there's gonna be so much doubt that seeps into your relationship that tears you apart. It's gonna be all the thoughts that you tell yourself. Because let me tell you, I know as a woman, just in general, we think our imagination runs wild when it comes to when our husbands or when our boyfriends, our fiancés leave the house, especially when they get a haircut. When they get a haircut and they looking good, where are you going? Where are you going? What are you doing? Because come on, they be looking like snacks. Well, I know my husband do be looking like a straight snack when he gets his haircut. So with being in a relationship, you have to have that trust. And based off of my husband, his imagination runs wild too. We had a couple of conversations and he like, I know what these guys is thinking, and you know, so on and so forth. But we have trust. When I tell you, we have an undying, undoubtful trust between us that I know he's not doing anything he's not supposed to be doing, or that's going to jeopardize our marriage or our relationship. And he knows I'm not doing anything that I'm not supposed to be doing that's going to jeopardize or, you know, or ruin our marriage. And so that's because of the trust that we have. And so my mom would tell me, love, trust, and communication are the three things that you need in a relationship. Without one of those things, without one of them, just one of them, the relationship is not going to work. So maybe y'all communicate. Maybe you love them. But if you don't trust them, you're going to have issues. We've all been in relationships with trust issues. And are you still in it? And if you are, then why? Why are you still in a relationship that has no trust? Because it's not going to work. Now, if you're like, look, I'm trying, I'm working on it, and we're growing and we're building that trust, then great. But if there has been no progress, if there has been no growth in any of these departments, love, like I said, love is usually like an automatic. But if the trust is not there and you guys are not growing with this trust and it's not making any progress, then it's time for you to reevaluate that relationship. If the communication sucks, if it lacks, and if it's not showing any progress, then it's time for you to reevaluate that relationship. And I want to tell you that me and my husband have been together for quite some time, and the communication, I would say for us, has been the most challenging and the most trying thing that we continue to work on, because life changes, things changes, and it, you know, communication and communicating and telling each other what's going on, telling us how we're changing, what we think. Our thoughts and things change as we get older, and it's our responsibilities, our thoughts, our wants, our needs, they change just as we change. And if we don't communicate these things in our relationships, it can go south real fast. So, you know, it's important. Love, trust, and communication. If you don't have one, then you don't have a relationship. These are the foundations of any relationship. You can apply this to any relationship. And now I want you guys to tell me. Make sure y'all comment and let me know if you agree. Let me know if you think there's something else that you need to have in a relationship. Let me know how your relationship, if you had a successful relationship without one of those three, I want you to let me know. If you had a relationship and one of those was lacking and it didn't work, let me know too, because this ain't about me being right. This is about my mama being right. So I want to tell her, like, Mom, you was wrong, or Mom, you was right. I have all these people telling me that one of these was lacking and now they're not with the person anymore. Just let me know, you guys. I hope you found value in this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I don't know why I'm being so goofy this morning. Oh, that's because it's going, the highest in Arizona today is going to be, I think, 60. I think I read that on somebody. And it's super cool out here. Like, come on, fall, winter. Let's go, Arizona. You guys have a great Tuesday, and until next Tuesday.